Hello. Where's my team? Every week. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another stream. Game week 34. It is the big double game week of the season. How are we all doing? How are we? I feel like it's become customary to start my streams by saying, how are we? I've made my cup of tea. Usual stream things. That's why I'm always late, because I suddenly click go live and then I think, I'll just make my cup of tea, and then the kettle's not full, and then it takes ages to boil, and then anyway, we are here now. We are here now. How are we? How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing? Double game week 34. Turn your mic up. Your remote fell on the floor. My mic's pretty loud. Let me do that. Anyway. We are here. How is everyone doing? I'm good. Saturday morning, had a little lie-in. Then I got up and realised I actually can't have a lie-in because I needed to record a video before this. So those of you who were on Wildcard this week, someone asked if I'm drunk. Is that is that the impression I'm giving off? There's not loads of FPL. There is not much FPL relevant games today until 7:30. So there will be a wildcard video out this afternoon for you all. But yes. Yeah, someone asking if I'm drunk. I don't know. It just seemed to be running around and now here I am. But anyway, let's say hello to some of you in the chat. Linda, Jen, hello to all the members, those moderators as well. Kieran, Majed, Kane, Liam, Jane, Jacob. Thank you for all... Alexander Arnold, how are you all? Thank you for being in, supporting, and then moderating those of you in as well. Ben, Potter, Ben again, Adam, Fantasy Football Scout, hello. Harrison, Daps, Sandipan, Nazim, Munoz or Mitchell. I'd probably go Munoz. It's pretty close. We'll talk about them in a moment, but I'll probably recommend Munoz. Definitely added an extra sugar. I don't drink sugar in my tea, actually. I drink sugar in my coffee, but not in my tea, and I haven't had any of it yet. Consult, how are we doing? Enjoyed your stream this morning. If you guys don't follow FPL Consult, go and check his channel out. Really enjoyable stream this morning. Nice to have on while I was just chilling. Jacob. Hi, Mum. My mum is in and watching. Everyone say hello. Everyone say hello in the chat. Vincent, Nick, Figo, Adam. My computer is running really slow today. I don't quite know what's going on. Richard, Nick, Jerry, Chelsea, Anish, Alex. I think it's my OBS actually. Max, hello. So, thoughts on Captain Eze? He's up there in my captaincy ranking. I believe he is, third in my captaincy ranking this week. So, double Liverpool defence and Havertz, or double Arsenal defence and Jota. I mean, I wouldn't want Jota, so I'd go double Liverpool defence and Havertz, but yeah. Pitch side or backside. I haven't actually had a chance to listen to the new pitch side non-FPL podcast. For those people asking, backside is just the name of their new podcast. I haven't had a chance to. I've seen clips of it and it looks funny, but haven't had a chance to listen to it. I'll give it a listen next week at some point. Haven't had a chance to listen to it, but anyway. Good morning. Thank you all for joining. It is almost afternoon. We have 2 hours to go to the deadline. I have made one transfer. Haven't made my second transfer this week. There are already 1,700 of you in and watching. So please leave a like if you are enjoying and subscribe if you are new around here as well. Is -8 worth it? So I spoke about hits on my in my final decisions video. To be honest, I'm not massively sure hits will pay off this week. But if you're chasing rank, I kind of get why you would do it. Like playing the extra fixtures if you're chasing rank is definitely a good idea. If you're in a rank that you're happy with, I probably wouldn't go taking hits. Like, yeah, it's probably the way I'd put it. I'm not free hitting this week. No, I am not. We can build a free hit draft. The free hit draft that I would recommend is the same as the one on the... it's the same in the one in the final decisions video that I put out yesterday. So if you're needing a free hit draft, it hasn't changed at all since then. It's basically triple Palace, triple Liverpool, triple Arsenal, Solanke, and then a goalkeeper of your choice. It's basically the free hit draft that I'd build. It's template, and it might be boring. So if you want to do things a little bit differently, someone like Ben Brereton Diaz, doubling up on like one of the top team's defenses is probably the bigger differential. So instead of going like a random goalkeeper, go for a goalkeeper from Arsenal, Liverpool, or Palace, and then use the spare slot outfield to go to Ben Brereton Diaz. But yeah, Majed, Tony, Raya Munoz, or Henderson White. Probably Henderson White. There is a slight risk of minutes for White though. I'd probably go Ryan Munoz. Just slightly more nailed. So my transfer was Son to Eze this week. I've still got a free transfer, and I'm wildcarding next week, and I just don't really know what to do with it. Again, like if you're looking at like hopefully top goalkeepers and stuff, all the top goalkeepers, defenders, midfield, forwards going around in the top corner that way are just specifically for this week. So let me... sorry, there were just a couple of them who weren't in the list, but that should be that. Cool. So Son to Eze was it. But yeah, if you're looking for like top players, the boxes in the top corner, which will rotate around by position after the fixtures, or are they not rotating at all? That's always a good start, Harry. Let me... There you go. My free hit draft is in the video yesterday. I didn't have a specific video on a free hit draft, but it's in the final decisions video if you haven't seen it. What's going on? There we go. I don't quite know what's going on in there. But yeah, I can get it up. Also, where's the like name and rank? There we go. There we go. Am I going to wildcard in Game Week 35? I am. There'll be a video out for you today on it. Pretty soon after the stream finishes. As soon as the stream finishes, I'll set it up to upload. So probably by the time FPL updates, there will be a wildcard draft out for you. So hopefully you'll all come back and watch that, because there's no massively interesting games on the telly today until later when it's the Arsenal-Wolves game. -4 to replace Aït-Nouri. No decent bench. Yes, I would do that, because I'm not even confident Aït-Nouri will start either. Like, they're safe. There's no need to risk an injury, right? Would I start Palmer, Garnacho, or -4 for Eze? Garnacho -4 to Eze, I'd probably do. Bench 1, Palmer, Zabani, Aït-Nouri. Probably Aït-Nouri. Given that he's almost guaranteed to only have a single game week, and he might not even start that. I'm not actually going to Wembley today. I'm actually seeing one of my friends who I haven't seen in a very long time today, which will be nice. I'm looking forward to that. So my brother has got the tickets. For the game today. I'm sure if we win, I'll hopefully be there for the final. Fingers crossed we get tickets to that. But yeah, I will not be there today. Actually, I'll be watching. It's one of those, like, I'd love to go, but also if we lose, then like we lose, and if we win, there is another opportunity to go. Fingers crossed. I mean, I might not get tickets to the final, but yeah, it's not the end of the world. I always see us lose there as well. I'm such a bad luck charm for that Chelsea team at the moment, so it might be best I don't go. Would I look at any single game week players? So I discussed this yesterday. I'm not personally like, if you're on free here, I wouldn't go buying single game week players this week. I just wouldn't. There's enough good double game week players, I think, that I'd prefer this week. Liverpool defenders, I will just recommend Van Dijk. If you think Robbo or Trent are going to start both in the double, then go for it. But I'm not confident enough, so I will just recommend Van Dijk because that's the safe, sensible option there. That's the safe and sensible option. Would I sell Muniz to Solanke or Mateta? I'd go Solanke. So triple captain this week. Yeah, I probably would use it if you've got it. I probably would put it on Salah. There is a chance that Saka comes good because of the amount of injuries that Wolves have got and then the Chelsea defence being leaky. So I don't hate a Saka triple captaincy, actually. Saka or Salah would probably get it this week. Now, if you're wildcard 35, bench boost 37, then yes, definitely use your triple captain this week because this is the only other double you've got. If you're not using a chip in both 35 and 37, you could use it in one of them. Spoken like a true plastic. I mean, I've seen my team lose. The last 4 times I've been to Wembley, we've lost all of them. And I've sat through some rubbish this season, don't you worry. I think my ticker in the corner has frozen. It keeps freezing on fixtures. I don't quite know what's going on. You have to keep manually doing it. Let's see. 2 free transfers. Dubravka, Aït-Nouri, Tavernier, Haaland. How many hits? I'd want to take them all out. I don't know if they're all starting for you, though. I'd definitely take a -4, and then I'd probably just play Haaland. I'd probably take a -4 and then just play Haaland. Why is White a minute's risk? I mean, White's more of a minute's risk than the others. I expect him to play both, but... Let's see if it breaks again on fixtures. If it breaks on fixtures, I'll just take the fixtures out of the cycle. 2 Liverpool defenders and Havertz, or 2 Arsenal defenders and Luis Diaz. Probably the Arsenal defence, double up. I wouldn't massively double up on the Liverpool defence. Alisson versus Darwin. Probably Darwin. Powell, yeah, it's broken again, isn't it? Why is it? Let me... Powell to Van der Ven or White, or Haaland to Mateta. VDV. I mean, I think you mean VVD because VDV is Van der Ven. I don't quite know what's going on up there at the moment. Don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah, I would go. I'd probably not do the Haaland. Haaland out. It's not worth a hit. 2 free transfers. Son, Rico to Eze, Van Dijk. Also Haaland to Darwin. Haaland out. It's not worth a hit, I don't think. Especially if you've got Palmer first sub. Foden, Aït-Nouri to Eze, Van Dijk for -4, or play Foden and Gvardiol. I'd probably play... I'm not sure again. I'm not sure Foden now is worth a hit. Fixtures is breaking the cycle. So let's just take fixtures out right now. Let's see what happens now. Let's see what happens now. Would I rather double Arsenal defence or 1 Arsenal, 1 Liverpool? 1 Arsenal, 1 Liverpool is what I went on the free hit draft, so that's probably where I'd go. But that being said, if it means like I'd want triple Arsenal. So if it means you're not going to have triple Arsenal, like, let me just refresh it because I don't quite know what's going on. Let's see. Eze or Havertz? Eze. Yeah, Eze over Havertz. But I do like Havertz. I really like Havertz as a pick this week. But are Gordon and or Aït-Nouri worth transferring out for a hit? I mean, I probably would do those just because there's enough upside on some of the picks. It depends who your sub for Aït-Nouri is. The thing is with Aït-Nouri is you do run a massive risk that he just doesn't start either game. Because the next game comes really close. Do you do Garnacho to Eze and Darwin to Mateta or just... I mean, if you've got 2 free transfers, I wouldn't do Darwin to Mateta. You're bench boosting, Aït-Nouri out for -4. I probably would do that because I'm not certain that Aït-Nouri is going to start both anyway in the double. Seems to have fixed itself, so good. Should I play Zabani or Aït-Nouri? I wouldn't play Aït-Nouri if you had the chance. Because even if he starts... Well, he might start in the front 3. Let's do a free hit draft. Fine. Like some of you are asking, I'll just build it here for you. So, let's leave Pickford in goal because it can be anyone. In defence, we have Van Dijk. We don't have Ben White. We have Munoz. Where else are we going? Instead of Palmer, we have Kai Havertz. Instead of Son, we have Eze. Instead of Haaland, we go McBurney. Wow. Something on my computer is running really slow today. Here we're going to go and put Neto, and you can kind of make your pick of the goalkeepers. And then the final defender is... Wow. Mikalenko. So something like that. Salah would be captain. Something like that. That's the sort of free hit draft I put together. That's the free hit draft I put together for anyone needing it. Something like that. Should I transfer out Palmer or Foden? If you're Wildcard 35, probably Foden because you'll lose money on Palmer. Start Jose Sarr or Dubravka. Definitely Jose Sarr. I know they've got injuries and stuff, but definitely the keeper with the double. Would I go with Alisson and Saliba White or Raya and Van de Ven? Alisson and Saliba or White. Van de Ven, Van Dijk. It's about the third time I've read Van Dijk's name as Van de Ven during this stream. Would I sell Ryan Aït-Nouri for -4 or just play Kirkes instead? I'd probably just play Kirkes and hope he starts at least one in the double. Triple Arsenal priority over getting Eze? No. I'd rather Eze than Havertz, for example. You're bench boosting. Aït-Nouri out for a -4. I probably would do that if you've got a spare Arsenal or Liverpool spot. The other defenders are not massively worth the -4. Deandre, sorry. Foden, Aït-Nouri to Eze, Van Dijk, or play Foden. I said I'd do Semenyo to Mateta for a -4. And I wouldn't sell Foden for a hit. Chai, how are we doing? Semenyo news. He's expected to be in the squad, I'm not sure he'll start both in the double. My plan would be to be on the bench in the first game and start the second one. Pick all Sheffield United and Wolves players on your free hit. Trust you. I'm going to be honest. I do not trust you. I'm going to be honest. Ainori and Areola to Munoz and Henderson. Ainori and Munoz. Ainori and Areola to Munoz and Henderson. Yeah, I would. 2 free transfers. Easy. Easy. DeAndre, I got it. Wow, 2,700 of you in already and only 300 likes on the stream. Drop a like if you haven't already and subscribe if you are new around here. Ainori to Munoz or for free or play Gusto. I do the transfer. Trent or Bruno Fernandes. Just on your questions, if you could just let me know, like, just put WC35 if you are wildcarding 35. Just because if I tell you to sell Haaland and then you're not wildcarding next week, that's not a good idea. DeAndre, I did you super chat. I wouldn't sell Foden for a hit. And I would sell Semenyo to Mateta. Is Hwang Chan a good shout this week? No. They basically said he can't play more than 45 minutes at the moment. So probably unlikely to start Arsenal. It feels like they're just going to roll over against Arsenal a little bit, and then they'll do their best in the second game. At home to Bournemouth. Something like that for free hit, but let me get my team back. Surely Jota is being overlooked. I mean, he hasn't started a game of football yet. So you are just hoping that he starts his first game of football. Yeah, to be honest, if I was on free hit, I probably would go Neto now. Just based off the Wolves injury news and the fact that Villa played on Thursday. I probably would have that. Has he got an Arsenal shirt on? It's the Bournemouth badge, but it looks like an Arsenal shirt. It looks like an Arsenal shirt. Trent or Bruno Fernandes? I mean, Van Dijk. Option C, Van Dijk. Probably Trent. But, yeah. Free hit team. Henderson. Any changes required? I mean, it's very similar to what I've got. So, no. No. I mean, I wouldn't have Foden on a free hit, but my free hit draft is as it is on screen. Free hit draft is as it is on screen. What are my transfer plans? Yeah, I don't really know, and I could do with some help. I could do with a little bit of help. What would you guys do with this team? I have 1 free transfer left. I have 1 free transfer. I have a spare Liverpool spot as well. I have a spare Liverpool and a spare Palace spot and 1 free transfer. What would you do with this team? What would you do with this team? Henderson for a -4 to bench Petrovic. Yes. Pickford, Van der Ven. The only thing to think about if you don't have a chip is actually Pickford's not the worst goalkeeper to buy this week because he has Sheffield United at home in game week 37. So if you need to bench boost in game week 37, Pickford could be useful. So the options I have is Haaland to Darwin, Zabani to Van Dijk, or Pickford to Alisson. It's one of those. Pickford to Alisson, Zabani to Van Dijk, Doughty to Van Dijk, and Haaland to Darwin. Or Haaland to Darwin. You took a punt on McAllister over Diaz. I mean, I don't hate it. If Diaz only plays 1 game, which is possible, you'll be laughing. Pickford to Dean Henderson. I'd go Alisson over Dean Henderson if I was making a goalkeeper swap. Yeah, so, I mean, I need to first of all start is, what is better? Pickford and Van Dijk or Zabani Alisson? probably... It's pretty close, to be honest. Darwin. Is Aït-Nouri playing? So he won't play this weekend. He might play the game midweek, but I wouldn't even be confident of that. I wouldn't even be confident of that. OP talent, sorry. Munoz, Luis Diaz, Odegaard, Saliba, Luis Diaz. I wouldn't go as Elise, so option A. If I have the choice, I wouldn't go Elise. Pickford, Virgil van Dijk, or Becca Foden. Becca Foden, because Foden's better than Pickford, so it's an interesting combination. Harjiv, yeah, your team looks fine. We did that one. 8 Noise to 3. Oh, yeah, I did that. Cool. Haaland to Gakpo. I mean, that's not happening. That's not happening. I actually think Gakpo is not a bad pick. So I think we'll start one of the two, but I don't think I'll make that transfer. Zinchenko or 8 Nori. God, I mean, the issue with Zinchenko, and I mean this in the kindest possible way to Zinchenko, is if he starts, you don't want Zinchenko because Zinchenko's starting and they won't keep a clean sheet while Zinchenko's on the pitch. So you can pick Zinchenko because he's good going forward, but the bad thing about Zinchenko starting is that it means Zinchenko's on the pitch and he won't keep a clean sheet because himself is on the pitch, if that makes sense. So, I mean, I probably would go Zinchenko over Nori, but why not Robertson? I just think there's enough chance that Joe Gomez starts one of the two in the double, and I think Robbo will probably play both, but do a poll, you reckon? Yeah, maybe I should do a poll. This chat is running so behind. Let me try again. No, still slow. Fine. Trent, I just don't think Trent starts both in the double. Like, I might be proved wrong, and everyone who's bought Trent will laugh at me because if he starts both, he's a great option. But I just don't think he starts both in the double. Pereira doesn't double, so I mean, at home to Liverpool, there are some good single game week players like Watkins, like Isak, but like if I'm buying a, whoa, my phone fell off the desk. If I'm buying a player for 1 week, I'd just buy, I'd buy a doubler. Why not Senesi? I mean, I've had Zabani since game week 28, so Zabani will stay for this week, and then I don't think a single. Oh no, Haaland, Palmer, Gusto are the only 3 players that are going to make it onto my wildcard. Go for Munoz. Palace full of confidence. I mean, I'm not doing Zabani to Munoz. If I was going to make a defensive switch, I don't know what to do with this team, basically. Please keep firing ideas at me. Zabani or Palmer over Haaland. I'd probably play Haaland over Zabani. I'll probably play Haaland over both of them. The other thing to mention is we might get City team news for today. Now, it is a cup semi-final, but if Haaland is going to start... let's say Haaland's in the squad today. If Haaland's in the squad today, then I'd keep him. Because isn't Haaland better than Darwin? Haaland to Darwin. Gordon or Saliba for a hit. I mean, I wouldn't buy Gordon for a hit this week. He's only got a single. Play Nori or Archer. I mean, I'd play Nori. Don't expect much from Archer this week. Son to Eze or Havertz. Eze is just above Havertz in my players to buy. It's pretty close though. But I'm slightly more sure Eze will start both. On Wildcard 35, you brought in Eze for Foden. Yep. Who should be the second free transfer? Is it worth bringing in a Henderson or Areola? I don't know who your team is, so I don't know who the second free transfer should be. But Henderson for Areola, I would do for free. I would use that as your second free transfer. Foden, Son to Salah, Eze with no wildcard or free hit, then I probably wouldn't do that. I particularly wouldn't sell Son because you'll want him straight back. You'll be taking a hit to undo those transfers next week, basically. If there's nothing else that you've got to sell, then I probably would do that. But you'll realise that you've got to take a hit next week just to completely undo those 2 transfers. Is the only thing there. Will Haaland play 90? I don't know. This is it. I'm kind of hoping we hear something on the City travelling squad. Like, surely City have travelled for the game today. Surely. Let me see. I don't think there's anything on City yet. Diaz or Brereton? I'd go Diaz. Luis Diaz over Brereton Diaz. If it was me. Thing is, there must be a Man City. Like, the thing is, for me, is Man City, like, they've travelled, right? Surely we know. Surely someone knows the travelling squad. Surely someone's seen them. Thing is, Haaland will travel regardless, actually, so it's not that useful. Nori to Senesi / Anderson from -4 or play Burn. I'd probably just play Burn. With Nori maybe worth a -4 for Taylor to Van Dijk. Yeah, I probably would do that. I think Burns are good enough for a sub. Oh, the rotation thing is... oh, that's because I clicked off it, to be fair. There we go. Any chance of a leak on Sheffield lineup? I'd be very surprised. Thank you for joining as members, Huts, and there was one more I just saw. And Joe Pierce, thank you for joining. Yeah, let's do a little poll. Right. Start poll. What's your plan this week? Nori to Senesi. No, we've done those. Free hit. Free transfers only. Odegaard to Eze for -4. Absolutely not. Above average FPL. I hope you're feeling all right this morning. Hope you had a good day at golf yesterday. It looked like a lot of fun. -4. -8 or more. Mateta to Haaland. I wouldn't do Mateta to Haaland. Haaland to Mateta I would do for free, but I wouldn't do it for a hit. Should I transfer Palmer to McAllister and bench Haaland? I feel like you can do better than McAllister, personally. I probably wouldn't do it to Haaland. I probably wouldn't go McAllister. %43% are going free transfers only, 20% are on a free hit, and 25% are taking a hit this week. Have I made your transfers yet? I made one transfer. I did Eze in for Son, and I've got a second free transfer, which I don't know what I'm going to do with. I'm going to wait until we get closer to the deadline. And if we don't hear anything, I'll probably do Haaland to Darwin. But just Darwin not starting the last game. Just, if he'd have started that, I probably wouldn't want to do it, but would I rather Darwin or McBurney? Darwin. If you're not using your 3 Liverpool elsewhere, I'd rather Darwin. Diaz or Havertz? Havertz is just above it. Anything on Brentford and Tony starting? No, nothing on them yet. The Brentford thing is really weird. I think Tony wants to start. I think that's what they said in the press conference. So I do expect Tony to come back in. Would I start Dallo or 8 Nori? Probably Dallo. Am I taking out Haaland? I'm 50-50 at the moment. I need to narrow down it to 2 choices, right? What's better? Like, what would you prefer, right? Ignoring the Haaland move for now. Would you rather what would you rather? Pickford, Van Dijk or Zabani, Allison? Pickford, Van Dijk or Zabani, Allison? God, my OBS is running really slow. I hope it's not laggy for you guys. My OBS is like slowly dying. Hope it's fine for you, but this is... I can't do anything. Oh dear. Right, let me just use the other chat. Jacob, sorry. It's all kicking off. Son and Maguire to Eze and Saliba, or Son, Maguire, Sarabia. I wouldn't sell Sarabia for a hit. 8 Nori or Zabani on -4. I just play Zabani. Use your second free transfer, have 9 doublers. Diaz or Mateta. I'd probably go Diaz if you have Eze. Dubravka to Henderson or Haaland to Mateta. I'd probably do the goalkeeper swap. Start Dubravka or sell to a double. Start 8 Nori or sell Haaland for Nunes. I'd keep Haaland. I'd sell 8 Nori first, and I'd also sell Dubravka probably. Top goalkeeper for the double that's not Allison or Henderson, probably Raya. Sorry, that is probably Henderson if it's not Allison or Raya. Jacob, I just went back. There's a little bit of delay on the stream, so there's a little bit of delay on the stream. My What about Højlund? He plays against Sheffield United. I mean, he's not been convincing at all recently. He's not been convincing at all recently. He's not been convincing at all recently. Yeah, we've done best goalkeeper apart from Raya, Zabani, Allison. Van Dijk or Robertson. I'd probably go Van Dijk over Robertson. Probably go Van Dijk over Robertson. Ake and 8 Nori to Van Dijk and Munoz for a -4. Yeah, I probably would do that. Garnacho to Luis Diaz for a -4. It's pretty close, but I probably would take the gamble on it. Probably would. Using your set, we've done. Cool. Jota worth the risk? Probably not. I probably wouldn't gamble on Jota. Transfer Palmer for Eze for a -4. Palmer to Eze for a -4. Probably not. Right. This is running so slow. So let's do that so at least I can see the chat properly. Then I can forget about it. So 10 double players with Palmer on the bench, that's absolutely fine. I think Haaland with Palmer on the first on the bench is fine. I just don't know if Darwin is actually an upgrade. The poll is pretty close. Free transfers 38%. -4, 33%. So there's a decent amount of hits flying around. Haaland out is not worth a hit, in my opinion. Especially if you've got Palmer first sub. Raresh, let me find that for you. Richards, Palace flagged, Gusto Taylor or -4. I just play Richards. He has been pictured back in training. He was doing training yesterday, and they hope that he might be available. So, yeah. My plan is to wildcard 35. We'll go through, like, I have a video out later today on my wildcard draft. So, yeah. Bradley to Van Dijk. Yeah, unfortunately, Bradley's not going to play. He's out for a few weeks. And Son to Eze. Yeah, two good transfers. Son to Eze, I think, is the most popular transfer I've seen this week. Pretty much everyone is doing Son to Eze. Pretty much everyone is doing Son to Eze. Top 5 goalkeepers are there. So Alisson, Raya, Henderson, Neto. And then I've got Gribic of Sheffield United in at 5, just because I don't like Pickford at all. Are people bench boosting this week? Yeah, if you've got a good bench, I don't hate the bench boost. I still think wildcard 35, bench boost 37 is good if you've got the wildcard. If you don't have the wildcard, then I probably would play it this week. Femi, wildcard 35, Kelleher to Alisson, Anton to Eze. You have Neto, so I wouldn't do Kelleher to Alisson to. I wouldn't sell Kelleher to Alisson if you've got Neto. So I do the other moves. Minus Luis Diaz or Elise. Luis Diaz. I'm just not sure. I just think Elise is going to get 130 minutes max in the double. So I'd probably stay clear of it. My wildcard 35 draft will be out this afternoon, but we'll leave it to then to go over. Would I play Palmer or Semenyo? I'd probably play Palmer. Yeah, I probably would play Palmer. You're using the same team as you. Do I think you should captain Eze as differential or just leave it? I'm leaving it on Salah. On bench boost, would I sell a Nori for a hit? Probably. If you've got a spare Liverpool or Arsenal spot, yes. If you don't, then no. Welcome, Nuclear. How are we doing? 2,700 of you and 600 likes. We must be close to being able to get to 1,000 likes. If just 400 of you, that is, let's try and do the maths, 17%? No, I don't know. Drop a like if you haven't already. I drawed 2 single game week players in your starting 11, Haaland and Dubravka Areola. I'd sell your goalkeeper and I'd buy Henderson. Why not Trent compared to Virgil? Because I just think the risk of Trent not starting both games is too high to buy him. Zinchenko or Munoz, I just wouldn't buy Zinchenko. I'd be shocked if he starts both in the double given his defensive performances recently. Like, as a Chelsea fan, I hope Zinchenko starts against us. Like, do you want Zinchenko defending against Cole Palmer and Malo Gusto? Be my guest. Saliba and Gabriel will have a busy night if they do that. I fully think Zinchenko might start Wolves and then not play the second one, which is not bad. You know, it's the better way around for it to be, but it's a better way around for it to be. Any thoughts about Kirkes playing left wing? It's possible, but you're taking a real gamble there. I probably wouldn't chance it. Is the stream... Sorry, I know I keep asking it, but is the stream running fine? Is the stream running fine for you all? Eze, Elise, Mateta. So Eze top, Mateta second, Elise third. Captaincy poll, I mean, I did it on Twitter and loads. It's like Salas 80%, then Eze, then Saka. Stream is fine. Cool. Love the channel. Appreciate it. All good. Stream is fine. Perfect here. Perfect. Good. Kai or Solanke? Probably Solanke. Yeah, the chat on stream is having a field day, I know. I don't know what to do about it because it's like a plugin that YouTube does with something called Streamlabs, and it's not the best. But I don't have much other opportunity to do anything different. Is it a good time to use a triple captain? Yes. I would triple captain if you've got a Mo Salah or a Bukayo Saka. If you're playing a chip in 35 and 37, then absolutely play a triple captain this week. There are opportunities in 35 and 37. Keep Aït-Nouri for bench boost. I would sell Aït-Nouri if you've got a Liverpool or Arsenal spot free. I'd sell them if you've got a Liverpool or Arsenal spot free. Will Hwang play? I mean, you'll probably get, you might get a start and a bench from him at best. I don't think he'll start today. I don't think he'll start against Arsenal. And he might, I think Wolves will just rotate. Like anyone who's 50-50, they just won't play today because they'll just look at getting them all ready for the Wolves game midweek. For the Bournemouth game midweek. Would I take a hit for bench boost? Depends what the upgrade is, but probably any leagues. I'd be surprised if we get any form of team news today. I'd be surprised if we get any sort of team news on anything today. Apart from City. We might get City because, of course, they have the cup. But that's about all I expect. The other two, we've occasionally had Brentford, actually. That's a lie. We've occasionally had Brentford. We've occasionally had Brentford. So those of you with Ivan Toney. Any news about Branthwaite and DCL? So they both took part in light training on Friday. So I expect they force them to play. This Forest game is too big for that. I expect to see both of them in the lineup, and then they may not play the Liverpool game. But this Forest game is massive, right? Like, it's absolutely huge. Chip strategy, wildcard 35, bench boost 37. You have one transfer. Your defense is Zabani, Aït-Nouri, Saliba, Taylor, and Bradley. Probably Bradley to another Liverpool defender if you can afford it. Play Reguilon or Zabani. I mean, I'd always favour the double. And Luton Luton virtually never don't score at home. So I probably would go Zabani. But yeah, I probably would go Zabani. Is Foden worth a -4 to Havertz or Diaz? Probably not. I can understand why you'd want to take the gamble, but probably not on paper. If you're chasing rank, then fine, do it. But if you're not, then I probably would hold off. It's one of those where there's a lot of these -4s where statistically it's probably unlikely to pay off. But if you're chasing rank, then maybe do it. Man United defenders to buy. If you're buying one, Dallo, but I probably would wait till next week. I'd still look at doublers. Unless you don't have your wild card, then yeah, fine, you can buy them this week. Alisson and Munoz versus Robertson and Henderson. Probably Alisson and Munoz. Just slightly more nailed as well. Why Havertz, not Odegaard? Just Havertz playing up front. I just think he's worth the gamble. Sigurd, sorry. Son to Eze, Taylor to Van Dijk, Dubravka to who? I'd go Taylor to Van Dijk, Dubravka to Raya if you can. If you can't afford it, then, White, Alisson maybe. I don't know what the price difference is there. But Dubravka to the spare slot of Arsenal, Liverpool that you don't use on your defender. What's my goal for this season? I'm hoping to finish in the top 10k again. That would be the aim. I mean, if it's 4 years on the trot in the top 10k, it would be mad. I remember getting my first one thinking, God, I'm glad I've ticked that off and I don't have to do it again. And here we are, maybe getting 4 in a row. So top 10k will always just be the aim for me this year. And it will be the aim for me every year. Sam. Sorry. Let me scroll and find yours. Only bench boost left. Haaland and Darwin look bad. One to Isaac. I wouldn't sell them to Isaac if you only got your bench boost left. I'd wait and do Darwin to Isaac in game week 35. But I wouldn't sell Darwin this week. I would not sell Darwin this week. Tavernier to Brereton Diaz is a transfer I don't hate. Paul Smith. Elise in for Douglas Luiz for a -4 hit. I mean, there's probably other midfielders I prefer, but yeah, I would do that transfer. Is Tony starting? We don't know yet. We don't know anything on Tony. Is this a good week to wildcard? No, it's a horrible week to wildcard. Use your transfers this week and wildcard in game week 35 is the much better strategy. JP, sorry, I've seen this message a lot of times. One transfer left. Haaland to Mateta or Areola to... Yeah, I do the goalkeeper swap. Semenyo, Haaland starting for me. Muniz to Solanke. I do Muniz to Solanke, yeah. And bench Semenyo. Palmer will do damage. I mean, he could do. Still prefer a double if I can, though. I have actually got to decide what transfer I'm going to make if I don't hear anything. Why don't I like Elise? He has just come back from injury and they then have, 3 games in 7 days. Is he going to start all 3 of those? Yeah. DCL or Mateta? And Mateta definitely. I don't think DCL starts both. Sorry, let me put Haaland training in and see what comes up. Would I do Zabani out for a hit to Van Dijk? Probably not worth a hit. 7 double game weeks. Why Gabriel Gomez? Play free hit or no? If you've still got your free hit left. Depends if you've got your wild card as well. If you don't have your wild card left... If you don't have your wildcard left, I'd just use your 2 free transfers. If you have your wildcard left, then yeah, I'd play your free hit this week. Haaland to Mateta for a hit. Haaland to anyone to a hit is a no from me. If you have Palmer first sub, which pretty much everyone does. I just wouldn't be selling Haaland for it. Haaland / Palmer out for a hit is just not. It's not the one. I don't think this week. Bench boost with 13 doublers. Bench boost with 13 doublers, probably. Larry, Virgil van Dijk or White? I mean, if it's a clear straight swap, I'd go White, but it depends what you do if you're using the other spot. But Arsenal defense is better than Liverpool. For me, this week, Captain Salah, would I be worried about his form? I mean, a little bit, but I'm also not massively convinced by anyone else. I'm not massively convinced on anyone else this week. Is this my final team? No, I still got 1 transfer to make, and I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's either Haaland to Darwin or it's probably Zabarnyi to Van Dijk. -4 for Alisson or for a Haaland replacement. I wouldn't sell Haaland for a hit. Not convinced Diaz is worth a hit, but it seems mad to play Gordon. Gordon away, I probably would do it. Kelleher to Pickford or Dubravka. I imagine you don't have your wild card left. I'd go Pickford. Double this week, and he actually has, like... Yeah. Haaland out's not worth a hit. Muniz to Darwin or Aït-Nouri to Van Dijk. If you're playing... I mean, I'd arguably say both. I imagine you can't. Muniz to Darwin probably if you're playing Muniz. Dubravka to Neto for a hit. You can't afford Alisson. Probably not. Probably not sure that's worth a hit. Probably not sure that's worth a hit. Only 100 likes more to get to 1,000 likes. Thank you all very much. And good afternoon to you all. Thank you all for joining. We have an hour to go to the deadline. So as is customary, we will put it in subscriber only mode. You literally have to subscribe for 1 second to start using the chat again. Aït-Nouri out for a -4 for Van Dijk. I probably would. I put a poll out on Twitter and it was so split down the middle. It was so split down the middle. I need to put a poll up of what transfer you do in my team. Right. Most of you are... There's a big split actually, right? So let me start a poll. Start a poll. What transfers should I make? Haaland to Darwin. Doughty to VVD. Bench Zab. Pickford to Alisson. Let's see what you say. Let's see what you say. I will be posting a Wildcard 35 draft. I will be posting a Wildcard 35 draft this afternoon on YouTube. Subscribe to get a reminder for when that does go live. Sell Aït-Nouri to Van Dijk for a -4 or just play Dallo. Probably just play Dallo given the fixture that he's got this week. Wildcard 35, 9 doublers, 10 with Nouri. Take a hit to swap to Dubravka out, probably. If you've got a spare Arsenal or Liverpool spot, then definitely. Richards play. I expect Richards to play the second game. Will he start against West Ham? We don't know. He's been in light training this week. I wouldn't sell Richards for a hit, I don't think. You all think I should just bench Zabarnyi. He's definitely going to get something this week. Haaland to Darwin is close. No one wants me to do the goalkeeper move, fine. Gross and Muniz for Eze and Mateta. No wildcard, no free hit. I mean, I probably would still do those moves because Gross and Muniz... Gross out. I probably would do those moves. I probably would. Doughty and Haaland to Virgil and Mateta. Doughty and Haaland to Virgil. Haaland to Mateta is not worth a hit, but if you need the money for the other transfers, then yes, I would do the -4. So that's probably a caveat, right? Haaland out for a hit is not worth a hit unless it frees up money to do another transfer. Muniz to Mateta and Haaland to Darwin for a -8. Haaland out for a hit is not worth it. Especially if you've got Palmer as your first sub. I mean, I expect Villa to score, right? It's just if Wolves, but then someone like Nori and Hwang Hee-chan are probably likely to start at home for Wolves in midweek. Can I do a spin on my swivelly chair? You will see. I just have pictures up in the background. You'll see it on like Burning Questions and podcasts and stuff, but that's where the lovely plaque go. Have I guys shown you the plaque? I showed it in a video. What a day. Thank you again, all of you, for the support. Those of you in and watching as well. Like, it's just crazy. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I can only thank you guys enough. Well, I can't thank you all enough times for all the support you've shown me. So I appreciate it. Massively appreciate it. Play Semenyo or Gordon. Probably Gordon. Zabani and Havertz or White and Haaland. Probably White and Haaland. Nori to Virgil van Dijk for a hit or start Konza. I'll probably just play... I'll probably chance the hit there. If you are wildcard... So those of you with triple captain left, if you're wildcard 35, bench boost 37, absolutely play it this week. If you are not playing a chip in either 35 or 37, you do have the ability to save it still. I probably would save it. I'd probably play it on Palmer next week. I'd probably save it and play it on Palmer if it was me and I had it. But most of you will have a chip to play in both those other 2 weeks. So if you're wildcard 35, bench boost 37, then play it this week. E7, Mateta, Luis Diaz or Darwin Elise. Mateta. If I have to start Semenyo or Nori, which? I'll probably take the chance on Nori, to be honest. So many people on Twitter going with Ben, Brereton, Diaz on their free hits. If he scores, Twitter's going to go crazy. Nori or Zabani? I'd play Zabani. Because I think there's no guarantee that Nori plays either in the double. Given that he's obviously had an injury that's kept him out for a week and a half. So yeah. That would be my suggestion. Triple captain Salah or Palmer next week. I'd play it on Palmer next week if it was me. I don't hate... the other thing is, there's a Saka triple captain this week. He's playing against a Wolves side who are full of injuries, and then a Chelsea side who just can't defend. So I have absolutely no issues with a Saka triple captaincy if you want a differential this week. Nick, send the question again and I will... Oh, I've got it. Start Palmer or Semenyo and White. You hate the doubles. I just play Palmer. I'm not even sure you're guaranteed a start from Semenyo and either in the double, so I'd probably just play Palmer. Would I -4 transfer out Branthwaite for someone more likely to play? Only if you've got a Liverpool or an Arsenal spot. I probably wouldn't do it for a Crystal Palace defender. Come on, someone... Man City, post a picture of your squad or something. Be a bit of use to us. Be a bit of use to us. Son to Odegaard, Keller to Pickford, Semenyo to Mateta. I wouldn't go Pickford, but yes, I probably would do those for a hit. Munoz or Mitchell, it's so close between them. Because it's one of those that like they'll get probably equal amount of attacking returns this season. Mitchell's probably likely to get more assists. Munoz is probably likely to get more goals. I probably would go Munoz. Palmer to Havertz for -4 to get a 9th double game week player, and thoughts on Eze captain. Palmer out for a hit. I'm not sure. I probably would, but thoughts on Eze captain. I mean, he's fine. He's my number 3. He's below both Saka and Salah for me, but especially if you've got double up on the Palace attack, I just think that's enough for me. Like, that is enough. Salah triple captain for this week. There we go. Salah triple captain. I mean, if you're wildcard 35, bench boost 37, then yes, I would play it. If you can triple captain Palmer in either of the other weeks, I probably would do that. What to do with 8 Nori? I mean, bench him if you can or sell him. I would not buy Konate of Liverpool. Chances of Konate starting both are very low. Bruno, Sheffield, then Burnley. If you don't have a wildcard left, I like Bruno as a buy this week. I like United as a buy this week if you've got if you don't have a wild card to play or you're not on free hit, of course. Gordon, Haaland, Palmer, Foden start 2. Double City. I need to have a look at Brighton's results. Like, Brighton is it just me or Brighton just like really dull now? Like, what happened to Brighton? I was like, oh, Haaland might get something against Brighton, but also like, look at these. Right? I mean, like, what has happened to Brighton? It's just injuries, right? Like, what happened? No, it's cutting off. News on Maguire, we're expecting him to be back. But of course they have the cup this weekend first. Right. But they also have a full week and a half off before they play City is the only thing. Dom, Palmer to Eze will wildcard next week and only lose. Then yeah, I probably would. But they have such a rest. What's that? That's a 2-week rest before City. Ellie. Muniz to McBurnley. I have 9 million, but just want to template pick Darwin and bench Foden or Palmer. I'd bench Palmer. I mean, I would buy Darwin over McBurney. That is my advice, but I don't hate McBurney if you want to punt it. Like, Areola to Alisson or 8 Nori to Van Dijk. I mean, Areola's unlikely to play, so Areola. If you've got Dubravka as your other keeper, probably still the same. Hope 8 Nori starts the second game. It's just that's a 12-day gap. But then City do play. When does City play in Game Week 35? Presumably they play on Sunday, right? Away at Forest. I mean, City do get a pretty decent gap, so. They play Saturday, Thursday. Like, that's pretty good. Like, they're used to shorter turnarounds than that, but. Onana a shout for free hit. Like, I just wouldn't. I get it because he has a decent home fixture and probably better than some of the keepers on a double. But, like, I just wouldn't do it. I just chance it on a doubler. Like, I completely get why you'd want Onana, like a home Sheffield United, and if he keeps a clean sheet, it will look good. But I would just chance a doubler like I just would. It's just the way I play it. Because if they don't keep a clean sheet, like, then you're going to massively regret it. The other way around, like the best case scenario is he gets a 6 basically, or maybe he gets a 7 or an 8, and then your double game week keeper gets a 4. It's probably the best case scenario. I probably wouldn't. Like, I would just chance a doubler. If you wanted to have him as your bench keeper, then potentially, but yeah. Should I do Nori to Mikalenko for a hit? I wouldn't take a hit for a Everton defender at all. I'd be surprised if they scored 4 points full stop. So no, I wouldn't. If I had Mikalenko, would I play him over Zabarnyi? Probably, because he's slightly more attacking. Those of you asking about a free hit draft, this is the draft that I've put together for you all. Something that looks like this. It wouldn't be Zabarnyi, though. It would be Senesi. Why Gabriel over White? Just slightly more nailed. Well, more nailed and more attacking threat, actually. If I could only choose one between Saliba or White. I mean, I went White. I probably would still go there. Any news on Branthwaite? He was in light training and they probably will push him to play, given how big the game is. I'm not sure he'll start both, though. Ella, please answer. Of course. You have Van Dijk, Gabriel and Zabarnyi. Should I bring in Saliba, White or Raya Allison? Saliba/White or Raya/Allison. I mean, you don't need a defender. I bring in a keeper. I bring in the double game week keeper. Take a -4 for Gusto to Trent. Worth it. I mean, I'd go Van Dijk over Trent. I'm just not sold on Trent starting both. If he does, then like he's the best defender, but I'm just not sure he'll play. Because what you've got to remember is they play Sunday, Wednesday, and then they play Saturday again. And I just don't see Trent starting all 4 of those. But it's which he misses out. He could miss the last one, but it wouldn't make sense for him to miss the one of the 2 in the middle, which is the 2 in the double. So I personally wouldn't be buying Trent, but I'd go Van Dijk. But it's boring like that, right? I'm boring like that. I'm boring. I do the sensible thing. I could actually afford it. I have basically exact money to do Zabarnyi to Trent if I wanted to. It is tempting. Like, I completely get it. It is tempting now that I look at it. And when I put him into my team, like, I'm just not sure he'll start both. I just don't think he'll start against Fulham this weekend. It does look nice, though. It does look nice. Power to Van Dijk. So Haaland to Darwin is actually winning the poll. Power to Virgil van Dijk, White, Saliba from -4. Have Gabriel. I probably would go Van Dijk then. Nuri to Van Dijk from -4 or play Richards. I'd probably just play Richards and hope he starts this weekend. I wouldn't sell him for a hit in that situation. Mateta or Luis Diaz? Probably Luis Diaz. Does Tony start? We don't know yet. We don't know anything on any team news as of yet on any team. Thank you for the 1,000 likes. Is Ryan Aït-Nouri out? So he's not going to start today, was the news we got in the press conference. He might start midweek. But I'd probably say that's a push, to be honest. My prediction is that he makes sub appearances in both. That would be my prediction. Trent, Elise, or Darwin Munoz. I mean, I don't love Trent, so I'd probably go Darwin. Am I leaning towards Van Dijk or Darwin? Should really have that, right? Any news on Haaland? We don't have anything yet. Foden and Van Dijk or Havertz and Aït-Nouri. Foden and Van Dijk or Havertz and Aït-Nouri. Foden and Van Dijk or Havertz and Aït-Nouri. Foden, Van Dijk. Foden to Diaz for a hit, I wouldn't do. Areola or Dubravka to Neto for a hit. You can't afford Alisson. I'll probably do Areola out and chance it. Eze, Elise, Mateta pick 2. Yeah, so I'd drop Elise. Areola or Dubravka to Neto for a hit. Areola or Dubravka to Neto for a hit. Yeah, we've done that one. We've done all the members' questions there. Sell De Bruyne or Eze. Yes, I would sell De Bruyne for Eze. You're torn to whether start Foden or Palmer or Haaland. I'd probably play Foden, to be honest. You know what you're going to get from him. What's a good overall rank for first timers? I set my dad a target of the top 500,000. And this is his first season playing it. Haaland to Mateta or Foden to Eze. Probably Haaland to Mateta because you know Foden's fine. I mean, he might get a knock today, but Foden's fine, whereas Haaland you don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what to do. I haven't seen anything at all. Like, nothing. Haven't seen anything anywhere on training or anything. Sorry, I'm just looking, see if I can find anything on Haaland training or City training or anything. Literally nothing. Will Hwang Yi-Chan play? So the prediction is that Hwang Yi-Chan will be on the bench and then start the second game. Mateta for Haaland. Haaland out is not worth the hit. Triple captain this week. Yeah, I probably would play it, especially if you're going to wildcard 35, bench boost 37. If you are not playing a chip in either 35 or 37, I'd probably save it and play it on Cole Palmer in one of those. There's literally nothing. Oh, what's the name of that guy's account? Not Tony or Main Road, the other guy who just talks about like training and stuff. Oh, I cannot remember his name. Anyone in the chat can help me out, but I cannot remember that guy's name. Will I wildcard next week? Yes, I will. Sorry. I will be 2 minutes or 2 seconds and then I will just get back to the chat. Nah, I can't find him. I cannot find him. Chat on screen is also frozen, along with me as well. Right, let me refresh that and then let's get back to it. One final scroll. No. Right. Bench Semenyo or Palmer. I'd probably play Palmer. Next week, wildcard can make or break your season, Harry. Do it carefully. I mean, I've got 15 doublers. I have no Liverpool or no Arsenal in that wildcard. So I said it on my video. Oh, MCFC Tone. Oh, Anthony, you're an absolute legend. Oh. So I said this on my video that's coming out later. Is that I'm not going to own Liverpool or Arsenal on my wild card, but I want them to keep winning because I need City to still be in a title race by the time their double comes around. I don't know if he's tweeted anything on City though. No, there's nothing. Oh, right. He hasn't tweeted anything and no one really knows. So, but thank you, Anthony. How long have we got? Just over half an hour. I'll wait until closer just in case we hear anything on Haaland. But if the deadline was now, I'd probably do the defender move. But there's something in me wondering about Zabani now that Wolves team are full of injuries. But I'll probably do Van Dijk and I'll probably be really boring with it. Get rid of Aït-Nouri or Gusto for bench boost. I'd probably get rid of Gusto and just hope Aït-Nouri plays the second one because what do you expect from Gusto? Like 1 point, 2 points? You'd get very lucky to get anything more than that. Any news on Trippier? Unfortunately not. So Newcastle, Spurs and Brighton don't have a press conference until mid next week, so we won't know. I'd play Palmer over Aït-Nouri now, to be honest. I'd play Palmer over Aït-Nouri. Is Jackson worth a buy next week? If he doesn't get booked against Arsenal, he's almost guaranteed on my wildcard in Game Week 35. Is Branthwaite fit? I expect him to start Forest and then maybe not start the next game, to be honest, because the Forest game is too big for a player like Branthwaite not to start, in my opinion. And he's been in light training. And he's not been in light training. Vise, sorry. Let me get you. Got Neto, Gabriel, Aït-Nouri and Zabani starting. Reckon it's where the -4 for Van Dijk and White in. I do Aït-Nouri out for a hit, but I wouldn't sell Zabani for a hit. Why not Robbo over Van Dijk? I think there's just a risk that Robbo doesn't start both. I think he probably will, but there's always a risk there. There has to be a slight risk there. Has to be a slight risk there. Let's look at some of the data as well, right? Team stats. Defending. Chances conceded from set pieces. Fulham are right up there. To be Everton are not bad. I mean, they don't actually concede loads. They concede quite a lot down the middle, those two teams. Free hit team, please. Yeah, those of you on a free hit, a draft will look something like this. Of course, feel free to spice it up as you want, but this is the base of what I would go with. Differentials I like include Ben Brereton Diaz of Sheffield United, doubling up on the Arsenal defence, which not many people on free hit are actually going to do this week. Sell Palmer for Eze. I mean, I don't hate it, but you will lose value. You will lose value on it. You will lose value on it. Stefan. Richards to Munoz for -4 or play Zabani. I just play Zabani, to be honest. I wouldn't do Zabani to Munoz for a hit, so... Any news on Branthwaite? No, we know he took part in light training this week, so... I expect them to force him to play against Forest this week, given how big the game is, but I don't know that. Trippier or Share? I would just go Share, given we have no update on how Trippier is, and I'm not sure Trippier's worth the extra million over him anyway at the moment. Show your wildcard team. I don't have it open. There will be a video out later today on wildcard 35 team for anyone playing it. Set your reminder, subscribe, and turn on notifications to get a reminder when that goes live so you can catch some price changes tonight. Does Semenyo start? I think I'd be surprised if he starts anything more than one. He was also in a bit of light training this week, as is Branthwaite. So I would be surprised. To be honest, I'd be surprised if he starts this. He might start Wolves, but it will come round. Anselm, sorry, that's what I was looking for. We'll start which two? Palmer, Haaland. Yeah, I'd start double City. Double City. Double City. Are the leaks true about Haaland? I haven't seen any leaks, so I have no idea. I have no idea. If you want to... tag me in anything, then that would be useful. But yeah, I haven't seen anything. Robertson or Diaz? Probably Diaz. I have one transfer to make. Is this clickbait, this article? Yes. He's predicted to be in the squad, but... Oh. Fake FPL Harry account. We haven't seen those before. Something original. Areola and Hendo... Areola to Hendo and Zabani to Van Dijk -4. Or Areola to Alisson for free. I'd probably just do Areola to Alisson for free. Andrew. Who's better, Haaland and double Arsenal defence or Branthwaite and Havertz? Haaland and double Arsenal defence. We have nothing concrete on Erling Haaland. Ooh, wow. Nothing concrete on Erling Haaland. Odegaard plus Munoz or Mateta and Ben White. Odegaard and Munoz or Mateta and Ben White. Probably Odegaard Munoz. Probably. Just. Don't wildcard this week. Wildcard next week is better for everyone. Bench Palmer or Isak, Nori, Tarkowski, triple captain Eze. I wouldn't triple captain Eze, but I would bench probably 8 Nori out of that list. No. Someone tell me something on Haaland, please. Answer. Muniz to Mateta for a -4 to get 9th double. And thoughts on Eze captain. I like Eze captain, but I don't like it over Salah and Saka. And I would do that transfer. Would I do Hwang Hee-chan to Elise for a -4? Areola to Henderson -8. No funds for Eze. I'd keep Hwang, hope he starts the second game. And I would do the Areola move for a hit. Foden and Mubama out for Diaz and Mateta for a -8. I mean, if you're going to start them both, I don't know who you're benching as a result. Van Dijk or Trent, I'm still going to pick Van Dijk if I buy one. No major news of anything now. No major news. Haaland to Watkins. I wouldn't do Haaland to Watkins this week. Feels very sideways. Sorry, someone just sent me a video of the Man City squad arriving at Wembley. And apparently Haaland's not in it. But I don't think everyone gets off the bus. De Bruyne is there. Foden's there. That's definitely not the full squad. That can't be the full squad. But I mean, it's worse than him being in the video, right? Zabani to Van Dijk for a hit. I would not do it for a hit. What I think of Havertz. I like Havertz a lot, actually. I think he's a great differential this week. Interesting that you will want me to do Haaland to Darwin. Haaland's Darwin. Do I think Saka would start both? Yes, I do think. Top right isn't working. Oh, it's frozen again. That's because I clicked off it. There we go. Alisson or Luis Diaz? Luis Diaz, if I had to pick. Struggling to be convinced on Luis Diaz. I mean, he's not explosive, but I think he's a fine asset. I don't think any of them are massively explosive at the moment, apart from Salah, and he's in massive form. Areola to Alisson for a hit. Yes, I would do that. Kaminsky to Pickford for a -4. I wouldn't buy Pickford for a hit, no. I wouldn't do that. Let me watch this video again. I don't see Nuri to Senesi. I mean, I don't love Senesi, but I think he's fine. Hang on. That's 2 players, 3 players. Let's count them off. 4 players. Mateta or Darwin. Probably Mateta. Play Garnacho or Palmer. Garnacho or Palmer. I play Palmer. 6, 7... 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's 15 if you include 2 goalkeepers. Well, Havertz played 2, I think so. Zabani to Van Dijk for a hit, I wouldn't do that. Gordon to Eze for a hit. It's probably not worth it, but I probably would take the chance on it. Why Senesi over Zabani on free hit? He's just got better attacking threat. His passing's really good, so why no Darwin? Is he not going to play? He's just a risk, and he's not been great recently. I pick up 3 other Liverpool players. I might get Darwin. It's either Haaland to Darwin or Zabani to Van Dijk. I just need to know if we're going to get Haaland for that Brighton game. Is any defender worth a hit for Wildcard 35? Arsenal and Liverpool maybe, depending on who you're selling, but probably not. It's one of those that is probably not worth it, but you might want to take the gamble on it. Sell Haaland or Tony. We might get Tony news in the next 20 minutes, but I doubt it. I'd probably sell Haaland first just because he's a doubt. Foden, and we've done that one. My defence is Gabriel, Aït-Nouri, Branthwaite, Zabani and Bradley. Neto in goal. Currently starting the first 3. Gabriel, Aït-Nouri, Branthwaite. I'd play Zabani over Aït-Nouri, and I wouldn't take any transfers on that. Triple captain Salah, I probably would if I had it left. I probably would. Play Palmer, take a -4 for Liverpool asset. I'd probably take the hit. Sorry, been busy with work. You've missed any big news. Literally nothing. Am I going to use a bench boost? In game week 37, let me reply to this person. Let me just ask them. Is a goalie worth a -4? Again, probably not statistically, but would I take a gamble on it? Probably. Like, I would buy Alisson for a hit if I could. You have 6 injured players to do wildcard. No, wildcard game week 35 is much better. Just take a couple of hits for the double this week and wildcard in game week 35. You triple captain? Yes, you can. Definitely. I would prefer it on... I wouldn't do Foden to Eze for a hit, I don't think. If you can play your triple captain in either game week 35 or game week 37 on Cole Palmer, I'd probably prefer that to Salah this week, but you might not necessarily be able to do that. Cunha to Mateta for a hit? Yes, I probably would. How long have we got? Only 15 minutes. Neto to Pickford for a hit. No. Neto is in... I would more rather the other way around. So no, I wouldn't take hits from one goalkeeper to another. Fantasy challenge we can do after. Man City squad. I don't know. I just don't really want to be left with Palmer, but maybe it's not the end of the world. Apparently that City video is from yesterday anyway. Sell Haaland or Foden? I'd sell Haaland before Foden because Haaland's a doubt. Why not swap Doughty for Van Dijk? Yeah. That's what I will do if I do that. Are Palace defenders worth a hit? Probably not. Triple captain Salah or Palmer? I'd rather Palmer. Havertz or Odegaard? I'd go Havertz. Sell Diaz or Trent? I'd prefer Diaz. Tony to Watkins? I don't think I would do that. Feels sideways. I'd rather a doubler. City play Brighton in 5 days. You don't know. Yeah, man, it's a gamble, right? Truth Andela, let me find it. Is any defender worth a hit? Yeah, Liverpool and Arsenal are probably worth a hit if you have a spare slot, but outside of that, I probably wouldn't. Like, I wouldn't take a hit for a Palace defender, I don't think, unless you don't have anyone. Like, if you're fielding like Gusto this week, then maybe, but like 8 Nori to a Palace defender, I'm just not sure I'd do it. I'm not sure I would do it. Triple captain Salah or Eze, I'd probably put on Salah. 8 Nori, I mean, my prediction for 8 Nori is an appearance off the bench in both games. If confirmed no Haaland today, would you now recommend -4 to go to Mateta? Or just have Palmer? I mean, maybe we were underestimating Palmer, but he... I'm probably going to keep Haaland. I'm probably going to chance it. Would I play 8 Nori or Reguilon? Would I play 8 Nori or Reguilon? I probably would play Reguilon. Probably wouldn't bother with 8 Nori now. Any team news? Nothing yet. 4,500. I need to do my transfer. We have 14 minutes to go to the deadline. I am just going to wait. And wait. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do the defensive move. So I'm going to swap them round so that when I make the transfer... Who would you have first sub? Presumably Palmer. Presumably Palmer's better than Zabani, no? Presumably Palmer is better than Zabani. Brandon, let me find it. Nuri to Van Dijk for a hit or Haaland to Nunes. Probably Nuri to Van Dijk. Palmer first sub. Would I do Haaland to Mateta for free? Yes. Is 8 Nuri fit? No, basically. I mean, he might play the second game, but he's not going to start today. But that's not the end of the world. But you're gambling that he starts the second one, and I'm not even sure that's going to be the case. So, -4 hit Mikalenko to Mateta. I'd take a hit to play Mateta over Mikalenko. Haaland to Isaac. I'm not sure I'd do that this week. Would I start Palmer or Garnacho? Probably Palmer. Robertson, Van Dijk or Trent. I'll be buying Van Dijk. It's boring, but I'm going to be buying Van Dijk. As long as one of Trent or Robbo doesn't play both in the double, I'll take that as a win because I think there's a risk that it's either of them. So as long as one of them doesn't play both in the double, I'll count the mins on Van Dijk being a win. You think Haaland gets rested today and starts Brighton? Probably. I'm hoping that he gets rested. I'm hoping for a Chelsea win today. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining, by the way. Just did the same moves. Good luck. Thank you. We have 12 minutes to go to the deadline. Play Haaland or Zabani. Haaland. Haaland to Mateta for a hit. Andy will block them. I'm not an Eze captain. Please be careful out there. I'm sure you guys all are, but you're probably aware by now that there are fake versions of me, fake versions of Ross going around the community. So be careful. Of course, my name has a little tick by it. Don't mean at all to flex, but it's an easy check, right? So be careful. Be careful out there. No, I'm not starting Doughty. I'm going to make a transfer. Son to Eze and Mubama to Darwin. Yes, definitely. Bench Palmer or Garnacho. I'd probably play Palmer. Garnacho to Eze for a hit. I'd probably take the chance. It probably isn't statistically worth it, but I would take the chance on it paying off, and I'd do the transfer. -4 for Van Dijk. Probably depends who you're selling, though. Zabani to White for a -4. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't sell Zabani for a hit. I'm going to sell him for free, but not for a hit. Literally nothing on Haaland, so you're just going to have to guess, basically. Unfortunately. Dali, sorry, let me do that now. Havertz, Odegaard, Darwin, Diaz on free hit. I'd go Havertz and Diaz, probably. I play a midfield 5. Plus, you help cover the defence a little bit. Garnacho to Eze for a hit. I probably would do it. I probably would do the Garnacho to Eze for a hit move. It's probably statistically not likely to pay off, but I would do it. Mateta versus McBurney. I would just play Mateta. Look, the 2 fixtures are good for them, right? And they're probably going to score more goals. I need to make my transfer. Right, let me do that. Let me do that. The thing is, that video of the City squad arriving didn't have Haaland in it, but it only had 15 players, and Haaland will have travelled. Like, if Haaland's not fit, he will travel because he'll be on the pitch at full time. A Stupinan to Trent for a hit. I mean, I wouldn't go Trent, but yes, I would sell a Stupinan for a hit. Van Dijk or White, probably White, but it's pretty close. Virgil. Let me refresh this. Van Dijk or Munoz? Van Dijk. Arsenal defence, Liverpool defence, Palace defence, others. You do have to consider the attacking threat of Van Dijk. I get it, but I probably would Alfie Doughty to Virgil. It's boring, I know. How are we? It's now a thing now. I feel. Start every stream with how are we? You're starting Haaland over Palmer. Because I prefer Haaland's fixture away at Brighton than Palmer away at Arsenal. I'm not going to go Haaland to Darwin, I don't think. I don't like the Darwin stress. I don't like the Darwin stress. We have 8 minutes to go to the deadline. One final look for any little bit of City team news. I wouldn't sell Haaland for a hit to anyone. If you've got Palmer first sub, I would not sell Haaland for a hit to anyone. Palmer's not the end of the world against anyone though either. And if they play Zinchenko in that game, why not Robbo? I just think Gomez is going to start a game, and I'm not 100% sure where he's going to play. Jose Sarr or Pickford? Jose Sarr or Pickford? Jose Sarr. I don't like Pickford. Right. Doughty to Virgil van Dijk with my second free transfer this week. Final, nothing on City. Nothing on City. Eze or Havertz? Eze. Luis Diaz versus Darwin. Diaz. Brereton Diaz versus McBurney. Brereton Diaz. Gordon over Semenyo. Dubravka to Raya for a hit. Yes, I'd probably do that. I'd do that over the Zabani move. Semenyo for Darwin or Mateta for a -8. Probably just about go Darwin now. Does Tony start? We don't know. Will Huang Hee-chan play? I expect him to be on the bench this week and then start midweek. Gordon to Havertz, I would do if you're going to wildcard 35. Neto or Pickford, I'd go Neto. Son to Eze for a hit. Yes. Eze for Foden for a hit. It's statistically probably not likely to pay off, so I'd say no, but I'd take the chance on it probably. Do I listen to that podcast, Shits and Gigs? I do, sometimes. It's on my list. Funny. Funny. I haven't listened to it in a few weeks, actually, but... Do I think Gakpo? I don't think Gakpo will start both, so no. Robbo, you take a gamble. Robbo is slightly better than Van Dijk, but he is a slightly bigger gamble. Trent is the biggest gamble, but he also has the highest upside if you get it right. Free hit, final draft show again. Sorry, yeah. The free hit draft before we do those transfers looks like this. Take a screenshot if you need that now, and I need to do the transfers. We've got 5 minutes to go till the deadline. Last time we'll show the free hit. We will count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. Aït-Nouri is not starting. No, we don't think he'll start. So Haaland or McAllister. I'd play McAllister. Right. Doughty to Virgil. Confirm transfer. There we go. Lock it in for the double. Let's get ready to wildcard next week. Let me take a screenshot of that. Lock it in. Has my stream just died? Or is it just my computer? Is the stream fine? Is my stream fine? Stream is fine. Really weird. It's literally died on my end. But anyway. Okay. Doughty to Van Dijk for a hit. I mean, I don't know who you would be benching, but probably. Marcus, Doughty. Yeah, I would do that. Stream is fine. Cool. Eze or Diaz. Eze. Zabani for Van Dijk. No. I would just play Zabani. I just play Zabani. Zabani or Doughty to start. Play Zabani for sure. Play Zabani for sure. Brereton Diaz or McBurney. I'd definitely not go. I'd go Brereton Diaz. I think McBurney's fine actually. But I'd go Brereton Diaz. Knight, Rice to Havertz for a hit. I'd probably take the chance on it. Yeah, any last minute news? Nothing. 3 minutes to go to the deadline. Raya and Van Dijk or Alisson and White. Raya and Van Dijk or Alisson and White. Probably the Alisson route. Senesi or Zabani. Senesi over Zabani. Aït-Nouri to White or Virgil for a hit. I probably would. It's pretty close between them. If you've got an arse defender, maybe you go Virgil. Neto for Areola for a hit. Yes, I probably would take the chance. I'm wildcarding next week. Yes. Captain Mateta, I wouldn't personally do that. Cole Palmer to Luis Diaz for a -4. I mean, I probably would take the chance on it, but it's unlikely to pay off. I probably would take the risk on things like that, though. Dubravka to Alisson for a hit. Yeah, I would do that. Captain Eze, he's up there in my captain ranking, but he's definitely not top. Henderson or Pickford. Henderson. Virgil or White. Virgil. Virgil White so close. I probably would just about go Virgil. Aït-Nouri to Ben White for a hit. I probably would do that. Triple Bournemouth since 28. We've held them a long time. I only got double, but yeah. Gribic or Neto. Probably Neto, given the Wolves injuries. Branthwaite or Aït-Nouri. I'd probably play Branthwaite. Apparently the servers are crashing. Be careful. Go and do your teams, everyone. Apparently the servers are really slow. The servers have crashed. The servers are really slow. I'm not going to answer more questions. Go and do your teams now. The servers are literally massively slow. And they did just crash for me. Please go and do your teams now. Go and check your teams. Go and try and do your transfers. The app is always better than the website. Servers are down. Please, we've got like a minute to go to the deadline. They're just working for me, but it is pretty slow. So go and keep trying it. You've got like a minute or so until the deadline. Yeah, get those teams in. Use the app. It's more responsive. It has better servers than the website. It's just about working, but keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. App is also slow. Yeah. Yeah. And that is that. That is that. I hope it didn't crash too soon for anyone and everyone got what they needed to through, but that is the deadline. As if it's crashed. I just didn't think that would happen. Let me tweet my team a sec. Who else did I sell? Doughty and Son out. Virgil plus Eze in. Salah. Captain. Cheers, Jen. 1 sec. Just let me post my team everywhere it needs to be posted. Wildcard plans. I need to go and just finish the video. And then let me share that. Let me just crop it for YouTube as well. Stream crashed for a sec. FPL Tony sold Haaland. Good stuff. I mean, to be fair, like it was a reasonable transfer this week. I almost did it and I didn't have. So it doesn't actually mean anything. I mean, like, he's got a full team of doublers. He has a full team of doublers. Like, I don't know what else he... I mean, he could have done... He couldn't have done... Like, he couldn't have done anything. Like, he's already got triple... No, he's not on free hit. But he's got triple Liverpool, triple Arsenal. So he couldn't have sold Zabani for a hit. Like, there was nothing for that team to do. Like, there's nothing in that team to do. I do need to go swiftly, but fantasy challenge this week, it is double points for promoted teams. So this is my team for the weekend. Random Sheffield United defenders. Maybe I should play Robbo. Nah, I'm going all in on the all in on Sheffield United this week. All in on Sheffield United this week. Let me pin that to my profile. Did the website crash on anyone? The website, it takes about like half an hour, 40 minutes to update, and then we can start. Would I've done Elise or Jota? Probably Elise, but I did consider both of them actually. The app too. But did anyone not get their transfers through? Almost. Couldn't make my transfers because of the website. Damn. Damn. Do I think Foden starts tonight or against Brighton? I think he'll start both. Right. It is wildcard week. I have to go out in about half an hour and I need to upload the video now as well. So I'm going to head off very swiftly. There'll be a video out later today. So set those reminders for it if you're on Wildcard this week. And yeah, thank you all very much for joining. I hope everyone got their transfers through. It was a bit of a chaotic end to the stream because of that. I didn't expect it to happen. This is how we locked in for Game Week 34. A little bit all over the place, but I'm quite happy with my team. And it's time to wildcard. 4 weeks left of FPL now. We're almost there. We're almost there. Thank you guys. Or thank you everyone. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the support. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. Enjoy it. There's not loads of football until tomorrow. But yeah, have a nice weekend, everyone. And I will see you all again very soon. Thanks, everyone.